Today's episode is brought to you by Myro. Get 50% off your first order and get started today for just $5. Visit mymyro.com/braincandy and use promo code BRAINCANDY. And sign up at zola.com/braincandy to get 30% off your save the dates and invitations order.
Podcast up!
I'm so excited!
This might be the most pumped we've ever been to start.
Episode 258. We are pumped.
Oh. Yes. We're pumped.
All right. Let's get this party started.
What are you pumped about?
How are you?
I'm just... Oh my God. I'm so glad I remembered. Guess who I saw again on my way to your house?
No.
The goat man.
You're on the same schedule.
We are.
As the goat walker.
But you know what? This is what I realized. He's a Thursday guy, not Friday.
Oh.
Because the last times it's been a Thursday that I've come. And that's why I've seen him both Thursdays, but I haven't seen him on Fridays.
Sarah, yet again.
I know. Here's why.
No photographic evidence.
Last time I came, I arrived at exactly 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I know Susie loves punctuality. And she was like, 12 on the nose.
I was impressed.
Well done. This time.
Yeah.
My Waze GPS said I was due to arrive at 11:59. So I was like so excited about also being on the nose again. And like,
yeah, but I would have been more excited about...
I was thinking that. I'm like, what do I do? I was weighing out the options and I tried to
what?
turn around.
2 minutes difference?
Well, no, there was the construction on that street, so there's no place where you can do a U-turn.
Oh, it's right.
So I was like, it would be a big circle I was making. So I'm like, we're looking at a 5 to 10 minute time difference here in my arrival, and then it's a text.
Do
and
you
then she's
like
gonna
at
be
least honk or anything?
No, but it was so weird how it happened in my brain. Like I wasn't really paying attention to that because I was listening to a podcast and out of the corner of my eye, it wasn't even seeing the goat that I thought of. It was, hey, wait, I just talked about this in a podcast. Oh, wait, that's the same guy. Oh, my God, Susie wants a picture. And then by the time I had all of those thoughts, I had already missed the place where I could turn.
Wow. Same two goats
Yep,
again?
2 goats on a leash. They looked, one of those that splits into 2.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Oh, yeah.
For dogs?
Yeah. And you know what? I don't even have one of those. I think I need to get one.
I don't know.
Why?
What if they start going in opposite directions?
Which they do a lot. Maybe it's like oxen.
Right.
And they're all of a sudden going to, and they're all of a sudden going to be in sync and now marching in tandem.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen one in use.
Yeah.
They can't be too great.
No, maybe not. I don't know.
Weigh in on that, listeners.
Yeah, let us know.
Are the splitter leashes...
Yeah, worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sigmund, oh my God, that little guy. He's mad at me.
Is he?
Yeah, I can tell. He is, he won't, when I call his name, he won't even look at me. I was like, it's because I left him outside for a long time yesterday, and I even had a dog walker come by and give him a walk, but I've just been really busy, and I know that he's... giving me the cold shoulder because of it. For real? Yeah. Because he's slow to walk up to me and looks at me like, you're not even playing with me. Why should I come and lick you? And Bo's like, I'll take it. I'll take love. So,
damn.
Yeah,
I mean,
a little jerk.
I guess animals do act like that. Cats
he really
do
is like
thing.
that. He's mad at me. And Landon's gone, and I think he's just like, you're not doing all the normal stuff.
Does he not like daycare?
Well, he's there today.
Yeah.
He wasn't there the last 2 days.
Does he prefer that, you think?
I think so.
Oh, you just don't want to... You don't want to...
Shell out the big bucks. No, you know what happens is I'm selfish, and I want them to be with me when I come home.
You don't want to have to do the whole pickup either?
Well, I get done with class at 10:30 at night, and the place closes at 8.
Oh.
So it's either they're spending the night there and I miss my dogs,
okay,
or they have to stay outside for a couple hours. And they have somebody come by and walk them. It's not like I'm, locking them outside in the hot sun or something.
He'll get over it.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
He'll be fine.
Yeah.
I read an article that I thought was interesting.
Tell me everything.
Well, first of all, okay, yeah, I'll do this. it was about sunscreen
Uh-huh.
and how people of color don't use it as often as white people. And part of that is because the color of their skin is helpful in blocking some of the rays. But the other problem is because of how it makes their skin look terrible.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Like the zinc is white.
Yeah.
And
it looks terrible on me.
Yeah.
And I'm about as white as that zinc.
Yeah. And how it makes them look ashy, which people of color really don't like looking like that. And how big of a problem it is, because even though people of color are diagnosed less frequently with skin cancer, they die more often from it because it's late stage when they are diagnosed.
Oh, that's really good to know.
So they should be wearing it.
Yeah.
But I would probably have the same dilemma if I were in their shoes, because I don't want to look like garbage.
Are there other options? Not really.
So
Not
there's
without all
like
the
2
chemicals
brands now that are like, one's called, I think it's called Black Girl Sunscreen or something. It's real cute.
Yeah.
And more companies are trying to use, because you can't, if you're going to use zinc, it's white.
Yeah.
So they have to use like other formulas.
Yeah.
But it must be harder to make.
Yeah, when I was in Hawaii, they don't allow you to use a lot of kinds of sunscreen because it destroys. Yeah. So when we were on a boat out there, the owner of the boat had a big thing of sunscreen that a local woman makes. Like it's her, and I looked at the ingredients, and it's really like coconut oil and a lot of natural stuff. Yeah, coconut oil is a natural sunscreen. Like, I don't know how it works, but my mom puts that all, and it works.
My mother carries around in her purse a little tiny Tupperware that you would normally put like a salad dressing in, olive oil. And whenever we're out in the sun, she like squirts on this olive oil.
I don't know if olive oil does it the same, does it?
She claims it's, she says it's the equivalent of like 15 or 20 or whatever it is.
Interesting.
Hello. I'm
Hello.
on a podcast right now. But, I mean, if nothing else, it looks ridiculous.
The olive oil?
Just her getting it out and like putting her weird fingers in it.
Wait a sec. This is coming from a woman who I have no joke seen pull out of her bag things such as salt, fresh jalapenos that you have cut up and put on a pizza that did not come from...
You have not seen me
Okay, you're right. I haven't seen it. I've just heard stories. But I'm just saying...
Sarah,
apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
False, because I am using them for their intended purpose.
I knew you were going to say that. Gosh.
And so if she was getting olive oil out to put on her, bread or whatever, then that'd be weird enough. And let me tell you about the salt. Listen, I wouldn't do it if I didn't have to, with all these hipster places rationing it behind the kitchen.
Yeah, nobody puts salt on anymore. What's the deal with that?
Because the chef thinks he or she knows the correct amount of seasoning. Listen, people are different.
Yeah.
Everybody has different needs.
Yeah, some people like pink Himalayan. Get out of here.
Now I have spicy salt, regular, and then the In-N-Out packets.
Those are In-N-Out packets.
Yeah.
Is it a finer granule? There is something about that.
I don't know, but I love it.
It is like it's different. It's kind of like my McDonald's
it's
straw
like a
theory.
Powder.
Yeah, it's what I mean, like finer. Like there's something it sticks to the fries better. You can't use the large granule.
No,
and
I don't
definitely
want
not kosher salt. You can't do that.
Yes,
it's crazy.
Right. So now I have like a whole set in my bag.
Do you have the sea salt flakes though? Like those little flaky ones?
No, I need them.
I'm getting you those.
Yeah.
That's next. Get ready. That's going in your stocking for Christmas.
I mean, that is weird. Okay, but I'm not. What if I took the salt out and shoved it up my nose? That's like kind of what my mom's
that would be weird.
Olive oil situation is.
I'm trying to think of another. So it probably. I'm thinking about now when I go to the movie theaters eating popcorn with chopsticks.
Yes.
Not their intended purpose, but sort of. Like that might be weird too. Are you going to be embarrassed when I do that?
That will entertain me.
Oh, well, no, that's a nail file just at a weird place.
What?
Then how I told you I bring a nail file to the movie theaters, but that also is being used for its intended purpose.
Let's take a break and talk about how great we smell.
Well, now I do.
Now,
let me tell you.
Sarah has like so many stories about her body odor.
In fact, it was extra strong the other day because I had a really stressful day at the clinic, and I
What
got
does it
home
smell
and
like?
it, like stress sweat smells different. That's a
Yeah.
real thing. It's like pheromones that you release when you're stressed out. And I came home and I was like, dang, this is a different smell.
Well, there's a lot of talk about deodorant because here's like the dilemma has always been like you want one that works, but you want one that's natural. And so when we found Myro, we were really excited because it does work. Mm-hmm. It does the job. There's barley powder to absorb the wetness, but doesn't have aluminum or parabens, which is nice.
Which is why I don't use it, because I don't want that crap in
right.
it. So give me the good stuff that's all natural.
Yes, but they have all these really great scents too. They have one called Chill Wave, one Pillow Talk. Ooh. All the ingredients are like cucumber, violet, lavender. Oh, they have one with patchouli. You'd probably be into that.
I'm into it.
I'll order that for you.
Yeah, definitely want that one.
There's one with orange and juniper. So you can find like a scent that you really like with your chemistry. And the packaging is super chic and really cute. And travel friendly and TSA compliant. And they make it easy. They have a starter kit pricing that's $10 for your first deodorant pod and the case, and the shipping is free. And then they have refill pods that are $10 each, delivered quarterly in packs of 3, totally flexible, cancel, pause, or switch scents at any time. And they have a deal for you. You can get 50% off your first order, and all you have to do is get started today at myro.com/braincandy, and you get for just $5. So that's myro.com/braincandy and use promo code braincandy. You get a deal. It's pretty cool. Love it, love it. Smelling good.
Yep.
Okay, wait. Did you see that viral video of the guy shaving on the subway?
Okay. Yeah. I feel like I just saw the picture. Was he shaving his face?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Well.
But it turns out he was homeless.
Oh.
And after it went viral, he came out and was like, listen, I'm just trying to not look homeless.
Oh, my God. We're assholes.
Total.
All of us.
Yep. Humanity.
Dude.
Although, I don't care whether you're homeless or not. The way, because he's shaving, I get it.
Yeah.
But then he went, whoosh, and like all the cream and hair went everywhere. I'm not into that part.
But then you have to think about how, if nowhere is your home.
Yeah, right. True.
Then
True.
maybe that place feels more like
your own bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is really, we need to like look at the context of everything and like the.
I was of two minds about it because, of course, I have compassion for a man who has no home and is just trying to like get through life.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I know that there is bathrooms, but I guess when you're in a bind.
Yeah. And you have to think of like, take everything into consideration. What is the, I don't know.
I would be the person that filmed it, though. I would definitely, if I saw that happening and I didn't know, I would be like, what in the
Have you caught anything really exciting on film before? Anything like weird things that people do?
I probably have. Yeah. Nothing's springing to mind, but I'm always on alert.
Yeah, I think the weirdest is probably that mannequin.
That was great. I was very jealous of
However, I do like another kind of funny picture that I think it's funny. So we've had a real problem. This is like totally a tangent, but not really. We've had a problem with rabbits and bunnies outside of our house, and they've been like eating our flowers and pooping on the lawn.
Oh,
and they're really like adorable, like little cute adorable bunnies, but they're like a pest at this point. They're destroying our lawn, and I feel real bad. So Landon bought a like this thing that's supposed to emit a noise, a sound that sits right on our lawn and points out at the grass, and I can hear the noise. It's like motion activated.
Oh.
I have a picture of this bunny on 2 legs, 6 inches away from the thing, like staring at it, like it's having a conversation with the machine that's supposed to be scaring it away.
Get out of here.
Like, we paid like $40 plus for that thing, and the rabbit's like Oh, what's this new
Really?
fun toy you have for us to look at?
What did you say is
What a joke.
the
Didn't
method?
even work.
What's the method it's supposed to?
Like a noise, like a
That they
sound
hate.
that they hate. And I can hear it. I hate it more than they do.
Maybe they're desensitized.
That's a good
What's that movie, Caddyshack or something?
with the
Is
gopher.
it like that?
Yeah. It totally is. And our grass is getting destroyed. We've already
They build tunnels. What do?
they
I don't
burrow.
Get it? They
Yeah,
burrow.
They burrow.
And they leave a lot of poop.
That's what we're dealing with. And that's
Those
killing the grass.
disgusting pellets.
And I'm like, I love bunnies, but I hate bunny poop.
Yeah.
I'm a real bind.
How many are we talking?
Tons.
For real?
Like, I mean, I've gone out there and seen 5 or 6 out, like, playing on the yard. So you can assume that there are more in the area. You'd think with all the freaking snakes we got crawling around, they'd take care of this bunny problem.
Totally.
There's some breakdown in the
Although I don't think that
food
snakes
chain over here.
can.
Like, right. But baby bunnies.
Well, no. I think that they could probably handle the meat and everything, but the bunnies have so many babies and
they
everything.
can't control it.
They just can't keep up with that kind of population growth. Yeah.
Plus, they're like right outside our front yard.
Do you
Hopefully there aren't
actually
snakes
have
there.
footage?
Yeah.
That is
I have the
funny.
picture.
Can you post it?
I absolutely will. Because I'm like, are you? And it's like the slow zoom in where like I've started really far away and then you just zoom in and it's like still for like 2 minutes this thing just sat there staring at the machine that's
super
supposed to
zoom.
scare it away. I'm like, oh, bunny, you're driving me crazy. It does feel like Caddyshack.
Right.
It really does.
Right. Speaking of animals, I read this article in Atlantic
I
about.
thought you were going to say you were going to get one. I was like, yeah.
No,
just read about one.
I read about this how this woman that developed a sexual relationship with a dolphin. What? It's so bad,
Susie.
Sarah.
What do you mean? Like,
Okay, so here's the
that's
scoop.
that is a Google search I'm not ready to make.
It wasn't like she wanted to.
So it wasn't consensual? Now it sounds like it's more of a dolphin problem.
It was consensual, but it was because she
Hashtag
was
me too.
She was his trainer. And
She was okay.
okay, and I'm not sure if it was like a SeaWorld situation or if it was like in the more of an ocean-y type thing. But apparently when the dolphin gets aroused, the dolphin gets aroused, there's no distracting him until he
Finishes.
goes. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I heard that dolphins do this.
Yes, we've all heard that.
Yeah, and wasn't there was one in a bay that was kept on assaulting people?
Probably.
It kept on doing this.
They have needs, Sarah.
Okay. Tell me.
Well,
This just in, some dolphins are pretty randy.
so what started happening was if he was horny,
I missed that thing so much.
what?
The
Yes.
sound
Welcome
machine.
back, soundboard.
Okay, if he was horny, got it.
She could alert her bosses, and they would then transport it to a tank so he could have sex. But it was so labor intensive, and it took so much time
That she just
that she just started like jerking him off and letting him rub it on her or whatever. I don't know the details.
Okay.
And then once he was done, they could get back to the lessons. Oh my God. And so she went and did this for a very long time. And what do you think about it?
Does she? What's her like? Is she sitting there like giving a I almost want to call it a hand job, but that seems weird.
I don't know because they
she,
didn't
like,
say that.
Doing it like a tired prostitute, like oh, let's just get this over with, or is she doing it like an excited 15-year-old who, thinks that this person's going to fall in love with her if she does it right?
I don't think the dolphin cared.
Where's the enthusiasm level?
I don't think the dolphin had a preference.
No, but is she excited about? Is she participating in this? Like, yeah. Or is she like, oh, let's just do this?
I think from her standpoint, it was mechanical.
Okay, mechanical.
You know? And I don't even know if she was using her hand. That's speculation.
Oh, okay.
But I think he would rub up against her and stuff like that.
Just let him do it. You know, in this article that I read about the dolphin that was basically like molesting swimmers in this bay, like they wouldn't allow people in the water. They stopped, you know, they're like, we can't have you swim here because this dolphin keeps doing this.
Aggressive.
But they were saying some animal behavioral specialist was quoted in the article as saying that this kind of behavior is unusual for dolphins, and it usually means like especially this one that they travel in pods and it wasn't with a pod, and so having an isolated dolphin who's almost has like unmet attachment needs. Like this dolphin doesn't have the normal socialization that other dolphins are getting in the wild, or maybe there's something kind of like wrong with this dolphin. So maybe it's something like that. Maybe. About being in captivity for a while kind of does something, and now he's like, oh God, you can think of almost like people do that.
Well, then that's true.
Yeah, of like somebody who's has an unmet need who like becomes like a sex addict or a love addict because they feel like they don't have that intimacy and that connection with other people, so they go out and try to get it in any way that they know how, which is really just looking to change the chemistry of your brain. You're like deprived of endorphins and good feelings, so you go out seeking some behavior that gives you that good feeling. So this dolphin did that. He's like, ooh, that makes me feel good, I'm going to keep doing it, and it becomes a behavior pattern.
Right.
And humans do the same thing.
Yes, we do.
So.
Well, and there are humans, apparently, as there is with every fetish, there is a group of people that are super into dolphins.
Is it the smooth skin thing?
It's got to be.
It's got to be, because that is
wet.
I felt one, a dolphin.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I'm not, like, turned on, but it does. I can imagine
it's
the
like
same.
latex.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. The same person who likes that feeling of, like, you know,
smooth.
Yeah.
Like Ali Wong would like it.
Yeah, love it. She'd be like, into dolphins.
Yeah, like there's a whole group of people that are just like real into it, and they have like Facebook.
Do they have a name?
Groups.
They've got to have a name.
I think so, but
it's
I blocked
the blowholes or something.
Sarah.
I mean,
right. The blubber lovers.
The blubber lovers. Okay, that's even better.
I don't know.
That almost sounds like they would have matching bowling shirts.
But like, if like I was gonna propose that. Sometimes I try to play devil's advocate, but then there's times where I just cannot.
No, you can't really. Like, yeah, that seems a little bizarre to me. It's got to be the feeling and.
Well, I mean, one thing I do love the feeling of is my new Mott & Bow jeans.
Whoa, you look really good in those.
I love them.
And they were right.
They were right.
Those things hug every place. Perfect.
Mommy likey.
And no, they don't even stretch out.
No.
It's like magic. What the heck is going on there?
Mott & Bow jeans are designer jeans that fit you perfectly and feel amazing. I now have 2 pairs, 2 different models of the mom jean variety.
Oh.
And their goal was to provide a luxury jean that doesn't have to cost you an arm and a leg. And they just changed the game with $200 designer jeans for half the price. So basically, you look incredible, but you're comfy, crucial.
Yep.
And you can get luxury jeans for $100. And they're only at mottandbow.com. Super flattering on your curves. Their washing and handcrafted dry finishing process is part of what makes them exquisitely comfortable. And they have a try-on program that ensures the perfect fit. So they'll ship you 2 sizes, try them on, see what works best for you. And their $200 designer jeans for half the price, plus their September savings event means you will save 20% on everything at mottandbow.com/braincandy. That's MOTT and BOW.com/braincandy for 20% off everything. This is their best deal anywhere, but it's only for the month of September. Save 20% during Mott & Bow's September savings event at mottandbow.com/braincandy.
Like, damn, I got to get on that.
Now
I want the mom ones.
Yeah,
I really do.
They're really cute.
Yeah. God,
okay.
They look so good on you.
Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome.
Okay, let's move on from the dolphin.
Let's.
Do you want to hear about the history of breakfast?
Oh, yeah. That's my favorite meal.
Is it?
Hands down.
Well,
I can have it breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And brunch and midnight snack.
yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
There's
And
something
I loved that on the challenge, our go-to meals were always egg sandwiches.
Yeah.
White bread, egg, ketchup, American cheese, white bread.
So
Sometimes
good.
you can get some bacon in there. If they have it in that country, I'll take it or leave it. But
Yeah.
usually they didn't.
I mean,
You know, that like saved us
yeah.
many nights.
Yeah, because it really does like make all the difference if you have a good breakfast or whatever.
Yeah.
Some people skip it. I've never understood those
It
people.
doesn't work. That doesn't like I was one of those people for a really long time.
Was it because you were eating late night? Because then I think they must not be hungry.
Yeah,
then.
it's eating late at night, and I think also maybe for a while there was something in I just didn't have very good eating habits, and
It was just sort of whenevs. And...
it was more like I felt like I would overindulge at nighttime, and so I would abstain from eating breakfast as like a way to almost like,
yeah.
I don't know, prolong the start of my eating for that day. So
Yeah.
like maybe in an attempt to almost like eat less.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, I'm just going to skip breakfast because I'm not hungry or whatever. When really the reason why I'm chowing down at nighttime like crazy is because I haven't had breakfast.
Yeah.
And I haven't been spacing it out like that.
That's why I don't like a lot of people say they just need their coffee and they just don't even have a hunger or a desire for food in the morning. I can't relate.
I would imagine that those are the kind of people who really love a afternoon snack of something sweet or salty.
Oh, really?
Because that is your brain
something.
going, you need to give me something right now to boost me up. Or I wonder how much sugar they put in their coffee. Like, is it a fake, something artificial that's kind of, not
Yeah.
artificial, but like not food that's sustaining their
Right.
energy? Like, until I was married and Landon and I were living together, I
didn't have a routine.
didn't have a routine for breakfast. And now, and he has to force me to eat. And I, like, you need to
so
eat breakfast.
weird.
Here you go. And now it can't be missed.
No, it can't be missed. It's
very important. Tell me the history of it.
Yeah. So, like back in the
Yeah.
they thought of breakfast as being gluttonous and like almost sinful. And the church was in on this. They were like,
Did it have anything to do with having to go to work early? Like, it feels like morning hours are really where you're like
Well, they
doing
made
a lot of the work.
exceptions for those people. They would allow laborers
to eat.
Yeah,
Weird.
acknowledging that you do need calories to function.
Huh.
And they
That
would
seems
let
so
the
backwards.
infirmed or kids eat. But
Oh, thank you.
basically women couldn't eat. When you like put out,
Oh my
you know what I
God,
mean?
yeah.
They weren't allowed to be gluttonous. And so then you'd have what they'd call dinner, which was what we call lunch. Then you'd have supper.
Uh-huh.
And then some people, like the naughty people, would have what they called rear supper, which was like, what do you call that?
Like a midnight
Second
snack?
dinner?
Oh, second dinner.
Yeah, or midnight snack. And that was seen as not like gluttonous too. Like, and they thought of the people that had rear supper probably had breakfast too. They were like suspicious of these people.
Oh. Like,
And-
maybe they were just the food addicts from...
They were just super hungry.
they were just, you know...
Right. But the thing that really changed the game was the introduction of chocolate and
Oh.
tea and coffee from the New World.
Oh.
And once like all this good stuff started coming in and they saw it as like an opportunity to have in the morning for some reason.
How do we incorporate this into our...
Yeah, they were like, we got to get on this.
Yeah.
And even the Catholic Church had to change the rules. And so they said liquid doesn't break the fast. So you're allowed tea, coffee, hot chocolate.
Oh. Okay.
Like that. And by the way, when I was in England, I was really struck by how we all know they love tea, but boy, do they love hot chocolate
What?
all day long.
I didn't
Anybody
know
want
that.
hot chocolate? Constantly. And I mean, it's not even Christmas
The
time.
dairy industry just booming out there?
I think they're using water.
What?
Because, they're using their
Tea.
kettle.
Oh, you know what? They are. It's that Nesquik stuff that kind of has the condensed milk or the powdered milk in
Yeah.
it. It's like a both mix. It's almost like a lighter. I know exactly. I
Yeah.
think that's all over Europe.
I do too, and I think it stems from this.
You are right.
Like this became the way it was. Like
That is
coffee,
so
tea, or hot chocolate.
Now that you say that, I'm like thinking about that is every single breakfast in Europe I've ever had. I've always been like, oh yeah, I get to make a mocha because I have this other option.
Yeah. Dude. They're so into it. And I even asked them, like, what's with you people in the hot chocolate? And they're like, well, it's getting cold, isn't it? And I was like, I mean, not cold. That cold. I don't know. But anyway, then during my reading of this article, I saw the tweet from Kylie Jenner. Did you see that?
No.
She, for the first time in her life, had cereal with milk on it. She was eating dry cereal for her whole life until like last week. And she said it's life-changing. No shit.
Oh my God.
And people were like, wait till she hears about peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, I'm like, put butter on your toast. You're going to go nuts.
Right?
Yeah.
What's that about?
That almost seems like kind of waving your privilege in the air.
Oh, why?
Like, it's like,
I didn't think that.
Because who eats cereal? Like, I had a working mom who was gone, like, at 5 o'clock in the morning to go, do her job and be on set. And so often the job of making breakfast was left to us.
Yeah.
And when you're a kid and you're like, I'm not going to use the stove and make an omelet, I'm just going to have cereal. And it was our go-to breakfast cereal. It almost felt like the cereal that was fast when there wasn't a parent there who could make you a meal. Or it's like, it seems more like the working class. But she said that
she had dry cereal.
Yeah, that's the weird part. It almost seems like that wasn't... I don't think she was having cereal for breakfast.
You're right.
She was having cereal as like a treat.
Snack.
Like how, to treat myself, I'll buy like the sweet cereal and I'll just like munch on that. And I would say it's probably when she's getting stoned and she's like smoking a doobie and
Sarah's got a
eating her cereal dry. But I think she's having fancy breakfast where it's like omelets and bagels with lox laid out. And there's they have a private chef.
Right.
For Christ's sake. That guy's not... He would lose his job if he's like, here's this bowl of Wheaties with 1% milk.
Uh-huh.
You're fired.
Right. So she's on the breakfast train now.
That seems kind of like a humble brag in a way.
Totally. I get what you're saying. So anyway, that reminded me of that. But then after this sort of like introduction of all these beverages and stuff, then there slowly became like a wealthy social event to breakfast.
Yep.
Where like you didn't have to do anything, so you're like, let's go
eat
breakfast. It's
into like that
brunch thing is now. It was like that.
God, I love. There is nothing, and I really do mean nothing.
Yeah.
That makes me happier than a breakfast buffet.
Wow.
Like nothing.
What do you pick out? What are your
That is the
what do you choose
reason
though?
why I love the breakfast
Tell me
buffet.
what it would look like your plate at a breakfast buffet.
It would look like what I love is 2 bites of every single thing you have to offer.
Well, I will say, and I'm sorry to the person that wrote to me and told me not to interrupt stories to talk about other things, but what I also love is love.
Oh.
And
that'll fill you right up.
Fill up your plate.
Yeah.
And Zola is the wedding company that will do anything for love. And you guys have heard us talking about it. If you're getting married, this is the way to plan your wedding and registry experience. It's like they reinvented the wheel here and they make it easy. And they have save the dates and invitations. They have wedding planning tools. You can make over 100 beautiful save the dates and invitation designs to choose from. And you can pick like whatever style and color scheme you want. They have free guest addressing, free matching envelopes, all this awesome stuff that comes with it. And then you can match your save the dates and invitations to a free wedding website where your guests can go and like see what's going on with you and your partner and what you want to have as your gifts and all that. And then they can go buy the gifts all in one place. And then you get 20% off all the gifts that nobody bought you after your wedding. So sign up at zola.com/braincandy to get 30% off your save the dates and invitations order. That's zola.com/braincandy for 30% off your save the dates and invitations order.
You know what you can register for?
What?
Someone to buy you a buffet breakfast.
You actually could.
I know. That's why I said that, because my favorite buffet was when we were on our honeymoon.
Okay, so let's not lose steam, because
No,
that's what I was accused of. You have a plate and you walk up to the buffet.
Yes.
And what happens?
First, I'm going to go with the bagels. I'm going to go with a bagel.
What kind of bagel?
Everything, if they have it offered. Of course.
Yes.
But none of those little crappy mini ones that you can use to like jam a door. Don't give me that. In fact, I got into an argument. I think I shared this story on on a past episode of the bagel guy I was in Las Vegas at the buffet, and he told me that he didn't have any more bagels because these ones were stale. And then I look behind the counter, and there's a fucking bag of them that's like 500. I'm like, you're a liar.
Yeah, and don't lie to me about bagels.
Don't fuck with my bagels.
Right?
Yeah, liar.
There are some things that should be sacred.
Yeah, so I go with the bagel and the lox and the cream cheese and the capers and the onions and all that, and then I'm going to get a sweet treat, like a chocolate croissant, to dip into my coffee, because I like it dipped in there,
cute.
like a dunk in the coffee. Mm-hmm. And it's like the only time I treat myself to one of those chocolate croissants. They're like the undoing of me. I'm like, I love them.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go probably to the omelet station, but not to get an omelet, to get a scramble, because I don't like an omelet.
And what do you throw in there?
I'm going to go no cheese.
What?
I know. I knew you were going to say something about that. It's going to be tomatoes, onions, sometimes spinach if I'm feeling healthy.
Yeah.
And, that's probably it.
Yeah, that sounds nice. Do you go for any fruit?
Sometimes. Depends on what kind of buffet we're talking about. Too. If it's, Thailand, I was like, give me all of it, because it was so good.
Yeah, but usually it's like
it's melon. Like filler fruit, like the melon and the grapes are filler fruit. You can keep your cantaloupes. Yeah, no, except I tried a cantaloupe the other day. I was like, damn, this is really good. And I like put it off because we're not eating the real cantaloupe in those filler, like good, like the good stuff that you get from the store and you like cut it open yourself. That's delicious. Yeah. You don't even know what cantaloupe tastes like anymore because you've had the crummy filler fruit.
Yeah, the door jam
stuff. Yeah. So, and then I like I like it when the buffet has,
what about meats?
Well, that's what I'm getting to.
Oh, okay.
Don't rush me through this. I'm like mentally like going through each station. I like when there's like an international flair to it a little bit. How they'll have like sometimes they'll have sushi there if it's like a nice buffet, or they'll do like a pasta station. I am definitely loading up on the carbs for reals. Yeah, so that's why I just have like little bites and then do everything, and then at the end you hit the dessert table, because there's always like a dessert table.
Do you do pancakes and stuff?
Not usually. I'm not a big fan of pancakes, actually.
Okay.
I like a Belgian waffle, but I don't want to overcommit to something that is too big of the plate. It takes up too much space, so then I can't.
I mean, you left out my favorite breakfast item.
Oh, bacon?
Bacon.
Yeah. No, I'll get some bacon too.
Yeah.
But I'm like you. I'm picky about how it's cooked because it's got to be crispy.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't get the crispy ones if it's buried under. It's like buffet bacon tends to be. See how much I know about buffets.
It's almost soggy.
It is, because it's been deep in. It's usually you don't get the top ones are going to be crispy. It's in that. What do you call those things? The metal thing.
Yeah,
that's silver. There's a name for it.
Right.
It starts with a C, I think.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, there's two F's in it too. Something like the C. Anyways, so yeah, one of those. That usually and then it's got like all the grease drippings, so you get like that makes it soggier. No bueno.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
When my brother goes to a breakfast buffet, he gets one plate just for the bacon.
Oh,
like
smart.
He's really
getting his money's worth.
Smart.
Yeah.
Right. He knows what he likes.
Yeah.
So, all right, moving on. Yeah. One thing that I thought was interesting about breakfast in the old days was how there was usually alcohol involved.
I am so glad you brought that up.
Like cider or wine.
Yes.
Sometimes even liquor.
Well, I always say that the best breakfast is a 3-drink breakfast.
And what do you have?
Which is usually coffee, orange juice, and then hot chocolate or champagne, mimosa, something like that. Gotta go 3-drink breakfast. That's like the ultimate.
Right.
Yeah. But I'm glad you mentioned the wine with all the meals, because did you see the I think it was on Twitter where it started, the post about the diet from the 1977 Vogue magazine?
No, I'm so excited.
Okay, let me read to you what it's a 3-day diet to lose 5 pounds, and they call it the wine and egg diet.
I'm into it.
So am I.
Let's hear it.
Breakfast.
Wait, when was this published?
1977.
Okay.
It's from Vogue.
Yeah.
So breakfast, 1 egg, hard boiled. You're into it already.
Yeah,
that is your breakfast.
Obviously.
Black coffee.
Okay, I can do that.
1 glass white wine. Dry, preferably Chablis.
Shut up. Why? Because it dehydrates you.
Who knows?
Okay.
Lunch.
Yeah?
2 eggs. Hard boiled is best.
All right.
But poached if necessary.
Right. Why would hard boiled be best?
Who fucking knows?
Helen.
2 black coffee.
Okay.
And 2 glasses of white wine.
What?
Dinner.
Yeah.
5 ounces of steak, grilled with black pepper, lemon juice. And then remainder of white wine. 1 bottle allowed per day.
Oh my God. I am so into this.
And somebody who posted it wrote, "Diet help, please. Can I swap the eggs for another bottle of wine?"
I feel like, though, all that is just calorie restriction.
Yeah, and what there was a dietitian who they talked to about this, and they said it's only about 1,103 calories, which is roughly the amount needed for a 1-year-old baby. And even if you're drinking the healthiest possible wine, the alcohol calories don't offer any nutrition, obviously. And the majority of your calories are coming from wine.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if people in my family were subscribers of the 1977 Vogue magazine.
Oh my God. Well, you know what? I'm kind of into it.
Is that not funny? Want to lose 5 pounds? Wine and egg
Do you think I could put salt on the eggs?
Probably.
A little bit.
I'll allow it.
I'll allow it.
We'll have to consult Helen.
I do want to add, though. Is there more about this?
No, that's it.
Because I just like these 2 last things about the breakfast thing. First of all, that the toaster, when it was invented, changed the game, because then stale bread could still be used, and it was like this thing where like
can I use stale bread as toast?
That's what it's saying.
Oh, I should do
that's
that.
what people started using it for, to like make stale bread usable.
I just learned that that's what fried rice is.
Right.
I didn't even know that. Lana was like, "Hey, we got a bunch of extra rice. Why don't you just make fried rice?"
That's what Adam does.
What do you mean?
Throw an egg in there, some onion.
It was delicious.
It's so good.
And he was like, "Yeah, this is like the cheapest meal possible because it's the leftover of another meal, and
Okay.
delish."
And
so,
lastly, that in the mid-century, when like gender roles were like in flux, that's when they started calling things like manly breakfasts, and like introducing steak as a breakfast option.
You're right.
Because they were like, if men are going to have to be doing more of the cooking and stuff, like we have to make it so that it's not feminized.
That's weird.
Isn't that bonky?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
What's
that
your
though.
favorite? What's your go-to breakfast? Like you could have any breakfast you want. Your favorite? What's Susie
I just
getting?
like a balance of sweet and salty.
Oh, okay.
You know,
yeah.
so
That's
I
a
do
good
like-
way to think about it.
Some meat, whether it's sausage or bacon, and then like whether it's a waffle or French toast or something like that. Although a good eggs Benny,
Oh my gosh.
which
Love it.
it's hard to get a good one
Yep,
though.
because the eggs keep cooking underneath on whatever the heck that plate is called.
And a lot of people in the Anthony Bourdain book, Kitchen Confidential, he talks about how like they aren't like whipping up the hollandaise to
right,
order.
right.
So it's like sitting back there and getting all gnarly.
Yeah.
So
In fact, most hollandaise that you get
it's packets.
isn't actual hollandaise. Has almost a more yellowy orange color if it's
Yeah.
real,
Who are
and
they
it's
kidding?
lighter yellow if it's the fake stuff.
What is
Oh, go ahead.
what is not fake
Yeah.
are all the luxury items that I'm posting on Poshmark,
Amen. I'm selling things like crazy, and now I'm accepting every deal.
like hotcakes.
Like hotcakes. Selling like hotcakes.
You're just getting rid of you want
I am.
everything must go.
Everything must go. Sale. No offer.
Yeah.
Too low.
Yes.
Like that.
So Poshmark is this cool app that you need to use if you're buying or want to buy or sell any clothes, or like I saw they even have like, there's handbags, there's accessories, whatever you have, they are offering it and you can buy it or sell it. And we have closets in there. Hers is I'm Sarah Rice. Mine is Susie Meister. And if you sign up for the app using our code, which is also Sarah's closet name, I'm Sarah Rice, you get $5 off your first purchase. And I go on there now every day.
Yep.
I look for deals because you can get really good deals.
You got to
on
be
stuff.
fast. Yeah, you got to check every day, and you got to be like the first one to just grab them.
Yes.
And get some good stuff.
And I like to find things that have been lingering a long time too, because then they're like definitely going to accept my offer of like really low price.
Yeah, I usually find something I like.
Favorite it,
heart it, yeah. Create like a whole collection, and then you can like see which one you're going to get the good offer on.
It's really fun.
Super fun.
Use our code I'm Sarah Rice for $5. Okay, what were you to say about your mom? We were talking about breakfast in the Hollandaise, and then you were like, my mom.
Yes, she is up in arms, I guess you can say, about how
that.
all restaurants are now using like egg product and not actual eggs. And I didn't think that. I thought, like, what the heck are you talking about, Mom? Is this just like another,
theory,
you know?
Yeah.
And then I started looking at menus, and it'll say at the bottom, like, we use real egg or whatever, which implies that if they don't say that, they're not. So my mom, we were at our favorite breakfast place, and she's like, do you guys, you crack the eggs or, and they were like, oh no, ours are real eggs. And I went somewhere else, and they're like, no, it's egg product.
Shut up.
Yeah, what the heck is in there?
What is in there?
It's like a big vat of just, I don't know.
I've
it's
seen
like
them in the grocery store. They're called egg beaters or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like different than that. There's something else that it's like to...
Is it an animal product?
To lower the cost of eggs. So,
I mean, they're not even that expensive.
I didn't think so either. And also, why did eggs become the breakfast food?
Oh, that was not in my article.
That seems like it is the... I don't know. If there were a breakfast flag, it would have an egg on it.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
became the mascot of breakfast, or like the go-to.
Ew, my mom, when we were growing up, used to make something she referred to as egg in a bowl.
Egg in a bowl, not egg in a hole?
No.
What's an egg in a bowl?
Well, it's like a soft-boiled egg in a bowl with like cut up bread all mixed up. And you eat it with a spoon.
Oh, it's not cooked enough.
That is so gross.
Yeah, that's
The
not
end.
for me. Now, was it, because I do like soft eggs. Like I like them a little bit
but not mixed up with the bread and the goo.
The white goo. That I can't deal.
There was goo, Sarah.
Yeah.
But I am going to now ask.
Why eggs?
Is this so whenever someone orders scrambled is what we're talking about?
No.
There's no way you...
You're right. Yeah, it's scrambled. It's going to be like an omelet or scrambled eggs. I'm thinking more... often those places don't give you the option of like Denny's or something like that. I don't even know if they have a poached egg option.
I bet they don't.
I don't think they do.
But you could get it over easy or something.
Yeah.
And that would have to be a real egg.
Right. We need to do some investigating.
Yeah.
What is egg product?
Right? I mean, come on.
Because ever since she said, I was like, Mom, you're being nuts. And then I started looking at menus. I'm like, man, they do all say we use fresh eggs or real eggs or something. I'm like, that's weird.
I have a fun fact.
Yes.
True or false? Farting burns calories.
Oh. Huh. Well, there's some muscle movement involved, so I suppose technically watching television burns calories.
That's
so
true.
I would imagine farting would as well. How much are we talking here?
Well,
my husband should really not worry about going to the gym then.
Loss.
Yeah.
There was an article going around that claimed that farting burns 67 calories, which to me,
there are a lot of variables. How long is the fart? How tight is the butthole?
67 is a lot, too. That's the equivalent of a 15-minute walk.
Oh, for Pete's sake. Is it because there's a lot of activity going on in your body through...
Well,
is it more
false.
the digestion?
It's false.
Okay, well...
There is no calorie burned, and here's why.
Oh, it's false. Good,
Yeah.
I like this.
Okay.
That's the answer I wanted you to give.
The reason that it does not burn any calories is because while you might think it involves muscles, what is actually happening is your muscles are what's the other one?
Retracting and contracting and whatever the opposite of that is. Yeah.
They're relaxing. And the force is from the gas itself. It propels itself. It's self-propelling.
Yeah.
And so it really involves no work.
Because my first thought was going to say, well, it's kind of like the opposite of burning calories in my head. But then I was like, no, that doesn't make sense because what's the opposite of burning? Because it is kind of like
I guess if you're pushing releasing. Real hard, that might be like 1 calorie.
Yeah.
But not really. So
no, I'm not. But yeah, who wrote that first article?
It was actually a website called Fact.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop.
Which is using that term fast and loose.
Oh, my God.
Just like farting.
In fact, some of the most audible farts are fast and loose.
What we're doing here is setting the record straight. When I was in Pittsburgh, because of the Pittsburgh accent, so you know the phrase, whoever smelt it, dealt it.
Yeah.
We would say that. And then... what's the thing where...
whoever said the rhyme did the crime?
Things like that. Yeah. And then there was the one about, like, if it were... silent but violent.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. We also would rhyme something that in other parts of the country wouldn't rhyme.
Oh, what is it?
Loud but mild.
What the heck is mild?
Mild.
Oh. Stop.
For real. And only as an adult was I like, wait, that's a rhyme.
Loud but mild. I have a hard time even saying that. Right. Like, does it come out right?
Right. When I was on Road Rules, and you know how on these reality shows, there's a lot of, like, waiting.
Oh, yeah.
And so I was always saying, like, what's the hold up? And the guy on my show was like, why do you talk like Elmer Fudd when you have an L in a word? What's the hold up? But loud but mild rhymes in Pittsburgh and nowhere else.
I love that.
But it is silent but violent universally.
I always think about that with songs that they translate from different languages. And I'm like, Enrique Iglesias, how did this rhyme in both languages?
That's right.
I feel like you did a little bit of, took a little liberty on the lyrics from each country to country.
What's like, so when they do a Ricky Martin song or whatever, in Spanish, it rhymes, and then it'll rhyme in English. Right.
And, they'll do Shakira songs. I see that with...
Same.
They do it in Spanish, and then they'll do an English version.
Right.
Now they're just saying, fuck it, we're just going to do it all in Spanish, which is what I like, and they should have done in the beginning, because I love...
Right. What do you love, Despacito or whatever?
Well, I'll take that, or I'll take any of the Cardi B songs, or like, even... But I just like...
She's Spanish?
She's from the Bronx, and she's, like, grew up in...
Is she Latina?
I wonder if maybe... it's just like maybe culturally, because she definitely speaks Spanish.
Oh,
yeah,
wow,
yeah.
This is news to me.
Yeah, you like her more now? This just in: Cardi B speaks Spanish.
So does she speak it or just sing it?
Oh no, she speaks it. She'll like in her videos. She almost like
here.
a Spanglish. Like she'll throw in Spanish words when she says it like with perfect act, everything. Like, she's got her pronunciation on point.
I like how you said, do you like her better now? Yeah. I kind of do. Yeah. But I had no idea. Yeah. So she does Spanish in her songs.
Yeah.
All right. That's good. We're making progress. What else? Did you know how easy it was in America to buy a tiger? The answer is very.
I've heard this.
It's not good.
No, it's oh my gosh. And I watched a documentary on it. You know what community is... kind of like profiting the most off of this and has a huge black market of exotic animal sales? The Amish.
What?
I'm not even kidding. I saw a whole document. I will absolutely find a link to that, and it has something to do with it being like a vice that is allowed, and it doesn't because it's not, and it still falls in that category of like.
Yeah, it's not technologically based.
And it is...
It's natural.
Yeah. Tell me everything.
So they're buying them?
I'm gonna have to Google this.
Like as pets?
Okay.
I don't think they should be
they're the
handling
ones
them.
who are getting the animals and then selling the animals, and they're like the middleman. They're hosting these black market, like expos
Co-ops.
for
Yeah.
animals, for exotic animal sales.
Weird.
Yeah, isn't that bizarre?
Yeah, it really is. Well, I really didn't know about this whole industry in general and how this article was in observer.com. It was about how in some ways it's easier to get a tiger than it is to adopt from like the Humane Society, just like a dog.
I believe that.
Isn't that bonkers? Oh my God. You have to send me that link.
Just the title of this article is Amazing Amish Auction Features Zebras, Camels, and People in Bonnets.
I even love that title.
Right. So, isn't that, well, I think about when I tried to adopt, I went to the Golden Retriever Rescue.
Yeah.
They set me up to do a home visit.
Is that what Bo is?
No, I got her from somebody who was like desperate and they really needed like, you know.
Right. Yeah.
And I like love that dog.
Yeah.
I just knew she needed to be mine. But the Golden Retriever Rescue, they were like, we need to know your history with animals. We need to, they measured the fence to make sure the fence was over 6 feet tall. They made sure our house was an appropriate fit, that we were an appropriate fit. Nobody's doing that with a tiger. And my mom grew up in a neighborhood in La Cañada, and she had a next door neighbor who, there was a girl, like one of her friends who lived in the neighborhood, and then a couple of doors down was a man who owned a tiger. And the tiger escaped and mauled my mom's friend, and she's got claw marks.
Come on.
I swear, hand to God, this woman's name is Lisa. I know her to this day. The scars are there, and I asked my mom as an adult, did that story really happen, or was that just something that you told us? She's like, no, that absolutely is the real story.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
That is terrible.
It was either a tiger or a lion, but it got her all across the chest and almost killed her.
Wow.
Isn't that freaking insane? Like a little girl.
Oh my God, yes.
So this is like a big freaking problem in the country.
Yeah.
And I heard there are more tigers in captivity in the United States, specific kinds, than there are in the wild now.
That's exactly right. This said that there are about 5,000 to 10,000 that are privately owned by whoever. And then there are only 3,890 in the wild total.
And we probably know the whereabouts of the ones in the wild more than we do the ones.
Well, the ones that are in the U.S. are considered like generic throwaways because they're inbred and they're not.
Yeah.
You don't even know what they are, their lineage.
Yeah, like they're not Bengal tigers or anything like that. Yeah.
And so the ones in the wild are the ones that are valuable, whereas these ones are just like...
Oh my God, that means that's the ones they want to catch.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh no, it's so awful. We should not ever have animals that are not domesticated as pets. It's the craziest.
I can't believe we even have to say that.
Right, like the woman who got her fucking face ripped off by the chimpanzee.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Because her friend was carrying she was carrying a doll that like had red hair or something like that, or looked different. And dude,
and like they were saying how within the very wealthy families, it's like a status symbol.
Yeah.
Like when you just have bought everything, what else is there? God. And you see them on Instagram, like on leashes, with like the models and the...
So dumb.
It's so dumb.
It's like why would you do that? Mm-hmm. And like those cats that are like there's a specific kind of cat that is...
Oh, yes.
Really popular. Mm-hmm. But it is not... Like the perks of a cat are like it sits on your lap, it lets you pet it, and it like provides comfort. This thing wants to kill you.
Yeah.
And it's like won't even... I was watching some video, I can't remember what show it was, but it was like what's his name? DJ Khaled. I'm probably saying his name wrong.
Yeah.
But he's got one of these cats.
Yeah.
And he like the cat like lunged at the cameraman and he was like, "Oh, don't bug him. That cat's dangerous." So, like, and he fed him with like raw meat. I'm like, "This is a wild animal. What the fuck are you doing?"
Of all people to have a pussy cat is the man who won't eat it.
Oh, God.
Don't get me started.
Can you believe that? I'm like, you're missing out because, you're not really having any good sexual experiences with these women because I guarantee you they faking it.
There was this one story about how somebody had a tiger in their 11th story Manhattan apartment and eventually got, injured from the claws and stuff.
Oh, shocker.
And went to the ER and just pretended like it was a pit bull. And they were like, really? Because your downstairs neighbors said the urine is leaking into their apartment. Like there was that much
Oh my God.
pee.
Well, think about it. How much pee comes out of a oh my God. What the fuck are I'm sorry, but talk about feeling out of control.
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine what that
I feel like that with my 6-year-old.
Yeah.
Right? Where I'm like, he might hurt me someday.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm getting anxiety for these. Just to I think about how dangerous that is that, I think about how my mom's friend was hurt.
Yeah.
And how you have a 11th story walk up where you've got the, old lady on the 6th floor who's sitting on her just porch reading a newspaper and freaking tiger comes up behind her.
That was illegal. You're supposed to have 5 acres of land.
Yeah.
But there's no rules about, let's say I own 5 acres, I could still keep it in a cage. There's no rule about, and you have to let it roam on there. So it's stupid.
Oh, yeah. And in this same documentary that was talking about the illegal animal sales of the Amish, it was this was such a great, I have to find what this is, but it was a man who used to work for some circus that worked with animals, and then he had some come to Jesus moment where he's like, this is really messed up.
Yeah.
And he started a sanctuary to rescue these animals.
Yeah.
I think he was a trainer. He was one of the tiger trainers.
Yeah.
And one of the most horrific scenes in the whole movie that just was so heartbreaking was they rescued this tiger, and when the tiger feels afraid, when animals are they don't know what to do, and just to kind of calm themselves, they'll pace the outside along the gate. They'll walk in a circle around whatever their enclosure is to kind of feel safer. When they rescued this animal and released it into this big enclosure, they had tons of room to move. This tiger kept on going in a circle that was 5 feet by 8 feet because that was how big the cage was, and it couldn't even. It broke. You really see how damaged this tiger was about being just kept and it's learned helplessness.
Yeah,
really. And they're what's the point in even trying, even though they have all the room to.
Well, yeah, that's what they do with the shackles on the elephants. Yeah, and then the elephant outgrows it but doesn't know. And so it thinks it can't break that chain.
Yeah, it's learned helplessness. Yes. That is so sad.
Yeah.
It breaks my heart.
There was an incident just the other day in Pittsburgh. The Shriner Circus was in town, and the camel got spooked. And in the Shriner Circus, you can ride the... they let the people that come get on. And so there was a girl on it, and she was hanging on for dear life, getting bucked all over the place. It was
rodeo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of those things, a mechanical bull or whatever, but it was
they have all the makeup to do that move. That's what they would do.
Yeah. And 6 people were injured. Nobody died, but I mean, it just goes, you just think, why are we doing this?
Why are we?
Yeah.
It's so dumb. There is never a situation where animals and humans are wild animals interact where something doesn't go wrong eventually. Yeah. That is the nature of wild animals. We are in their space.
But then on the other hand, I love Coco.
Oh my God, I know, right?
R.I.P.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Uh-huh.
So when you see
Mr. Rogers with Coco,
I know,
and he really connected to her, and and then she even knew, and she signs friend or love because she knew. I'm gonna cry. Stop. This is so emotional.
I know. So when I see that, I'm I see why people desire that, because wouldn't it be beautiful if we could coexist peacefully? But that's just not how life works.
Right.
So.
And you have to understand that that's a very specific animal with brought up in captivity, and also the brain functioning of the areas of the brain that are developed in a monkey or chimpanzee or gorilla like that are not the same as what the tiger and lions. You're never going to get a tiger and a lion that is going to give you a hug and say, I love you like that.
Oh my God, did you ever see that video of that guy that...
Yep.
I mean, I know,
where they're reunited and it hugs him. I mean...
It's unnatural, but it's beautiful.
Beautiful. All of those.
Right.
I'm such a sucker for that. I just watched one like yesterday of two little chimpanzee brothers that were in separate, like kept in captivity away from each other for 4 years, and then they were reunited. And they knew that they were brothers, and they hugged each other like humans. I was like, oh my God, that is so precious.
We got to wrap it up, Sarah.
Oh, right, okay. I'm just so into this. This is a good episode.
Right. If we do say so ourselves. See you next time.
Bye.